Welcome back to the Inside for Rest. I want to die here. That's kind of funny.
So Overwatch 2 is finally here, and it's going to be a complete disaster going forward.
You know it's true.
Now personally, this is a game that I was never really looking forward to all that much. Back 3 years ago when they first announced it, I was in the same camp as Griffin, in that it looked like an overpriced expansion, disguised as a sequel, which is something Activision is the complete master of, you know? But anyways, seeing the trailer and seeing all the content they were sharing,
We'll have to fight. One city at a time.
Oh, well, would you look at that? They're already reusing content from the original Overwatch. You know, those are all maps from the first game. Great job, Blizzard. Really putting in the effort there.
and their original promise of Overwatch 1 and 2 were going to share the same content, that pretty much killed all my interest because why would I even bother with it if I can just play Overwatch 1 and get the same experience? And even then, I wasn't really all that big a fan of Overwatch 1. I remember I played it back in 2017 and I mainly stuck to Tracer and Widowmaker, because back then I happened to be a fan of a certain other yellow and purple lesbian couple. We don't talk about the Dark Ages. We don't. But anyway, moving on from that shit. Years went by and I heard very little about it thanks to the pandemic slowing every fucking thing down. Design directors changed up, Kaplan was gone, and well, it seemed like it was going to be in this very weird state. And then it finally starts kicking back into gear this year. And well, it's not looking so hot. A lot of people started raising red flags when they announced it was going to be a free-to-play live service multiplayer, and that was going to launch before they launched the whole campaign with the shitty robots and everything like that. Personally, I thought nothing of it because I don't give a shit about these live service games. I've only played a handful of them, and ain't none of them been that good, but I just quit playing and then call it quits at that. And especially these free-to-play ones, I especially have no issue with. At least until Valorant came along, in which I was partially interested because I had been playing the fuck out of CSGO, and some of the characters looked kinda dope. But then I heard about the rootkit and I was like, yeah, I value my privacy a bit more than playing a video game, so not gonna happen. And I've had a friend tell me, oh, it's not that bad, if Steam does the same thing, so give it a shot, you might like it. I was just like, yeah, maybe one day. Then Overwatch 2 announced they were gonna do the same thing, where they require you to have a cell phone active in order to even launch the fucking game. No thank you, because again, I kind of value my privacy a bit more than a video game. Because it's already one thing that a game requires my credit card information just to access it, you know? That's somewhat understandable. You know, you gotta make money, you gotta have a purchase. But having my cell phone? Nah, bruh. Quick editor's note, turns out that the SMS protection thing in Valorant is a recommendation, not a requirement, unlike Overwatch 2. Just gonna put that out there. And that basically killed all my interest in it, right then and there. Because I would have checked it out, would have seen if it was a decent enough game to play around, dick around in, but now, no. But it gets worse than that when you realize that they're locking behind all the characters from the first game until you play 50 hours, unless you already own it and you've grinded a bunch in that game. And well, I'm not exactly a fan of grindathons. Yes, I play a lot of Battlefront 2, but that's after it's been fixed up slightly. And I mostly play offline where I can have all the content I want, so ain't no big deal to me. But then it gets even worse with Blizzard announcing that they're going to be locking down the models and trying to censor people's ability to make porn of the characters. 3D porn at least. The 2D, there's nothing Blizzard can do about that. But then the thing that really raised all the red flags for me before I even heard about this whole phone thing was when they went back on their promise and started announcing that Overwatch 1 was having its servers shut down the day of Overwatch 2's release. I was like, that tells me there's something they don't want people to get away from with Overwatch 2, that they want to lock down people's options. And now that we know that they require all this spyware and such like that, well, we know what it is. All this combined, I have lost every bit of interest I've had in Overwatch and getting back into it. With the first game being dead as of the time I post this, well, it had a nice run. But Blizzard said it best themselves.
No king rules forever, my son.
Even though they're full of shit, because there is one king that's lived forever and will continue to.
Scotland is not a real country! You are an Englishman with a dress!
I'm not even that big of a Team Fortress 2 fan, but still, it's impressive that it's outlived all its competitors this far. And well, this begs the question, what can we do about this? Not a whole lot. The game isn't gonna flop no matter how many people make their angry videos about it. It's got that dedicated following and it's a fucking titanic publisher like Activision and Blizzard. People are gonna buy into it, people are gonna be like, okay, I gotta do this just to play the game. And of course the shop's gonna have ridiculous prices. That much you could tell when they announced it was gonna be free to play. I mean, all my little bit of time in Halo Infinite, it never bothered me one bit that all the cosmetics had to be paid for with real money. That's just the nature of shit, they gotta make their money somehow. And in both cases, I have no interest in their campaign, no interest in wherever they're going. And I've not spent a dime on Halo Infinite, and I'm definitely not even touching Overwatch 2 now. So, all the same, it does suck for the people that are going to be playing it and are going to be suffering from their data breach that's inevitably going to happen. You know, I do hate that for the people that are going to be negatively affected by Blizzard's shortcomings and their lack of fucking foresight. And I'm just honestly sick of these live service games wanting to go this fucking far. And honestly, I'm just a little bit drained of games wanting to go beyond just being fucking distractions. Like, yeah, it's a business, they gotta make their money somehow, but that doesn't mean they gotta have all this personal access and personal data just to fight quote-unquote toxicity, and to aggressively advertise shit to you that you don't need. I just don't know, man. At least I got my single-player shit to dick around in. But, I'm gonna stop myself from rambling and call it quits here. Oh, and I hope the keen-eyed of you caught a little something-something in this video. It's a code for Game Pass on PC, completely free to use. I'm not gonna use it, so here, first come, first serve. Anyways, thanks for checking the video out, and thanks for all the support this channel's gotten recently, and I'll talk to y'all later.
I can't begin my day until I've had a Dickens cider.
There's nothing better than waking up to a good old Dickens cider.
My girlfriend loves Dickens ciders.
My sister came to stay with us for a month, and my husband couldn't go a day without the Dickens cider.
My girlfriend loves a Dickens cider.
My mum loves the Dickens cider.
My sister loves to wake up in the morning with the Dickens cider.
I'm a bit young, but I would love to try a Dickens cider.
So there you have it. For over 150 years, Frederick von Dickens has developed a beverage that literally brings women to their knees. So fellas, for the sake of the economy, get a Dickens cider.